Good morning, ladies, and I appreciate your having me here. My name is Ann Jackson, and I would like to be the next Fayette County Probate Judge. And I'm running on the Republican ticket. The primary will be July 15th. This is already a contested race. There's two very qualified attorneys, local attorneys, who are running, and you may know them, so we've kind of hit the ground running. What I think distinguishes me from these attorneys is I have spent pretty much my entire professional career as an attorney working in a probate court. I graduated from law school at Mercer and Macon in 1979. Went into private practice in South Georgia for a year, thinking I won't live in a cute small southern town. Hightailed it back to Atlanta after 1 year in Thomasville, Georgia, and took a job clerking for the probate judge in Fulton County. And I have been there ever since. It has provided me an extraordinary and an exceptional life. I had a 9 to 5, 8:30 to 5 job. I raised 3 children. I was able to take any time off that I needed. But in the process, I learned probate law in Georgia intimately. Judge Floyd Probst was the judge I originally started working for, and he is known as the guru of probate in Georgia. I could not have had a better mentor. Through the years, I've worked my way up from a law clerk who does research and stuff for the judge, to staff attorney, to senior attorney, and for the past 5 years, I have been on the bench as an associate judge. So I've actually got in-court experience with probate matters. And as you may be aware, the probate law is the same throughout the state of Georgia. Different courts may have different local policies and procedures, a little tweak here and there, but for the most part, the law is the same. It's statutory. The probate judge is a constitutional position. And I just feel that I have a gift that I can now give back to the community. The timing is just right. I am eligible pretty much at any time to retire from Fulton County. The longer I stay, the more benefit I get, but Judge Stephenson, the current Fayette probate judge, has announced that she's retiring. And the time is now. If I'm going to do this, this is the time. Some attorneys approached me, some local attorneys that practice in the estate field, and asked me to consider running. I'd always had it in the back of my mind, and I have agreed to do that. That being said, I am a newcomer to politics, to running for office. I can run a probate court, but running an election is something brand new. Just in personal bio, I'm an Air Force brat. My dad was career Air Force. My brother went into the Air Force. My other brother went into the Army. My husband's a retired law enforcement officer. We moved to Peachtree City from College Park in 1994. I put 3 children through Stars Mill High School. We were in the inaugural class of Stars Mill. That was a wonderful experience, being able to start a high school. My youngest is a senior at Stars Mill. We're looking at colleges and doing that stuff. So, from my perspective, it's about time. I mean, I can make a change now. It's an opportune time for me personally, and again, with Judge Stephenson stepping down, the time is right. What I need help with is getting myself known in the community and convincing people that I have something to offer in the probate judge race. So I would ask for any of you that would like to speak with me further about it. I'm happy to discuss the race further. I'm here to give a little talk on some probate stuff, but I'm brand new. This is new for me. I'm anxious to get started. We've gotten some fundraising underway. We've got a campaign committee, which my husband very begrudgingly is the chairperson. So we're grassroots, but I'm very encouraged by the friends that have offered to help, and professional colleagues who've made donations to my campaign, so we can get a little seed money to do some things. But I'm just open to support and suggestions, and I ask each of you, 1, to consider voting for me because of my qualifications, and 2, please consider helping me if you are willing and feel you can. And I'm happy to talk with anybody about that. I've got some information. Are there any questions before I get started on the technical stuff?
How long have you lived in Fayette County?
I have lived in Fayette County since 1994.
Okay, so and you live in Peachtree City, right?
In Peachtree City.
Okay.
We lived in the Mark subdivision. We've lived there ever since. We lived in College Park for 11 years. My husband was born and raised in Atlanta. He's a Lakewood person, Southside person. We just chose, we knew we had to move out of College Park. 3 kids needed to They were in private school. We need to put them in public school. Fayette was the only choice, quite frankly. We looked for houses for years, and Fayette was the place to come. Charles, my husband, is retired from Fulton County Sheriff's Department. He basically ran the Fulton County Jail for 20 plus years. They call it the Rice Street Hilton. His specialty, yeah. That was an experience. He wasn't a beat cop, but he was very well trained in his field of jail administration. He is now home and has been for several years with his retirement, much to the angst of my and now 18-year-old daughter. First it was him taking over the computer, and then it was him just being there at all. So
We
anyway,
understand.
I am so grateful to have him there, and he is my biggest fan and my biggest supporter, and he's a wonderful man. He is very shy, and so he kind of works in the background, and I'm the front person right now. Hope to get a committee and friends and volunteers together. So, any other questions? Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm interested though, you're running as a Republican.
That's correct.
I haven't seen you at any party breakfasts or any Republican functions.
Ms. Dixon, I have never been involved in any politics whatsoever. My voting record, which will come out on primary, has been across the board. I could not tell you who I voted for. What I have to emphasize is that I don't think that impacts my qualifications for this job.
Right,
I realize this is a partisan race, and this has been, you know, I'm the outsider. I'm the person coming in. Mr. Kaiser and Mr. Whitlock are my opposition, are party members, and I'm not. But I have chosen to do this. You know, if you're going to run, you want to win. My views are consistent with Republican views, and that's it. I'm just not a politician. I'm an attorney and a jurist, and that's
You asked for suggestions. One suggestion I would make is that you might attend like the party breakfast, the first Saturday breakfast.
I would like to attend
Steve
the
and
party
Jim are
breakfast,
pretty much there every month,
and that's what I
you know,
figured.
you can get up and at least say this is who I am and this is what I'm running for.
And that is what we're now doing. That is what I'm doing. The first of the year, we decided the real kickoff would come, and it would be time for me to kind of make my presence known. So thank you very much.
I think I understand what a constitutional officer means, like you have to be elected, right?
Not just elected, it's the Constitution mandates that there will be certain positions in the government. The sheriff is a constitutional office. In other words, it's not set out in a statute, but rather in the Georgia Constitution itself, along with the Superior Court and the Probate Judge. And so the duties are not, it's not something that the legislature can alter. They cannot alter the duties of the probate judge. The Constitution sets those out. That being said, they can change laws that affect how probate is done. So it gets kind of tricky, the interplay of the constitutional obligation. What's that? But